Deep in the forests, across icy tundras, and high in the mountains, the bear rules. Massive, powerful, and misunderstood. But who are these giants really? Meet the family. There are 8 species of bear on Earth. From the famous grizzly to the elusive spectacled bear of South America, they vary wildly. A polar bear can weigh up to 1,600 pounds, over 700 kilograms. A sun bear from Asia, barely 100 pounds, 45 kilograms. That's about the size of your average black Labrador. And yet they all belong to the same family, Ursidae, the only surviving members of the order Carnivora. All bears are related. But what unites them is adaptability. Bears are omnivores. They eat almost everything: berries, fish, insects, deer, moose, bison, even large prey like wild boar and tapirs. The panda, however, eats almost exclusively bamboo, which isn't easy to digest. And the sloth bear specializes in termites. Although they vary in their diets, all bears share common characteristics. They're intelligent, creative problem solvers, curious, and long-lived. Some live up to 30 years in the wild. They can run up to 35 miles an hour, 56 kilometers an hour. Their claws are curved for gripping and tearing. Their teeth are strong and sharp. The giant molars crush bone and tough hide. Only the polar bear has no upper teeth. Their fur keeps them warm and dry. Their sense of smell is so good that grizzlies can sniff out food from 20 miles, 32 kilometers away. Polar bears use sea ice as a platform to ambush unsuspecting seals. Their deadly aim is so precise that sometimes they only need one paw swipe to end a seal's life. Black bears, on the other hand, are master tree climbers. Only 3 of the 8 bear species live exclusively in trees. The rest are found on the ground, although some, like brown bears, can climb when necessary. Each bear is superbly adapted to its environment. Bears aren't just brawn. They're brilliant. They learn, they remember, they problem solve. They plan ahead, anticipating future needs. One example of this cleverness was studied in Yellowstone National Park. A female grizzly had to choose between 2 bins. Both were full of yummy treats, but one had a locking mechanism that didn't open until the next day. She chose to sleep near the bin with the lock, knowing she'd get her reward first thing in the morning. No patience required. Bears also have big personalities. They're emotional creatures, capable of affection, playfulness, grief, and rage. Even when they don't feel threatened, they can deliver fatal blows. Mother bears are supermoms. They carry cubs on their back for about 8 months. Then the babies stay with mom for another 2 years, learning how to be a bear. And like kids everywhere, bear cubs play, tumble, and wrestle. They mimic grown-ups, preparing for life on their own. Sadly, many won't make it. Habitat loss, poaching, and human-wildlife conflict have reduced bear numbers worldwide. Only about 5,000 polar bears remain in the wild. And it's not always easy being a bear. When times are tough, some bears go to extreme lengths to survive. Grizzlies can fast for months, subsisting on nothing but fat reserves. But the real champions of deprivation are the hibernators. Hibernation is a deep sleep that slows down their body's processes, lowering their metabolism and conserving energy. Hibernating bears are truly amazing. Brown bears lower their heart rate from 100 beats per minute to just 8. Their breathing slows from 30 breaths a minute to less than 1. Hibernating bears don't eat, drink, or pee. They rely on stored fat for nourishment and recycle waste into nutrients. Science is still baffled by this process. Hibernation allows bears to survive in diverse environments. When conditions are poor, they can stay asleep for weeks, months even, until things improve. But bears aren't just fascinating. They're also formidable hunters. Few animals can match their raw power. Grizzly bears can take down bison. Black bears can catch up to 600 fish in a single day, and polar bears are apex predators. They rule the Arctic food chain. But some experts say this status may be under threat. Climate change is melting the sea ice that polar bears depend on to hunt seals. On land, polar bears are slow and vulnerable. The changing climate is also altering landscapes, destroying habitats and fragmenting populations. This can lead to inbreeding and a higher risk of extinction. Bears are already endangered. In North America, grizzly bears once roamed from Alaska to Mexico. Today, they've been pushed into isolated pockets of wilderness. In Asia, the sun bear is listed as vulnerable. Its forest home is disappearing due to palm oil plantations. In Africa, the giant panda is on the brink of extinction, thanks to habitat destruction and poaching. Sloth bears face similar threats. Across the world, black bears are losing ground to development and agriculture. This fragmentation isolates populations and reduces genetic diversity. Today, people fear bears. Media portrayals often show them as monsters, evil incarnate. But this couldn't be further from the truth. Bears are vital to healthy ecosystems. They kill off weak animals, keeping populations strong. They disperse seeds through their poop, helping plants thrive. They dig for berries, creating clearings that benefit other wildlife. Bears shape their environment, supporting biodiversity and abundance. But bears aren't just fascinating and important. They're also in danger. And it's often humans who are to blame. In recent decades, human-wildlife conflicts have become more frequent. As bear populations recover, they find themselves sharing space with humans, livestock, and crops. The results are tragic. Every year, bears are killed because they're perceived as a threat. And it's not always accurate. Bears are driven by instinct, not malice. If they break into hen coops or attack cattle, it's to find food, not to be malicious. Bears don't set out to devour campers, but sometimes curiosity gets the best of them. If a bear smells food on you, it might approach to investigate. That's why it's important to store food properly when camping. Also, never feed bears. It makes them bold and dependent on people. But the blame isn't always on the bears. Humans often invade bear habitats. That's why conservation groups are working hard to protect them. Tracking and relocation programs help prevent conflicts by moving bears away from human areas. Education plays a key role. By understanding bears and their behavior, people can coexist with them. Communities are encouraged to report sightings and potential problems. Early intervention can prevent dangerous situations. Organizations are also working to restore bear habitats. Reforestation and protection of natural areas help bears thrive. By reducing threats and conflicts, conservationists hope to ensure that bears remain a part of our natural heritage. It's a win-win strategy. Protecting bears benefits not only the bears, but also humans. Many cultures have legends and stories about bears. They feature in Native American folklore, Russian fairy tales, and East Asian mythology. The Inuit people of the Arctic have a creation story that features a great bear. Some believe that bears hold spiritual significance, representing strength, wisdom, and connection to nature. The relationship between humans and bears is complex. For centuries, bears have been hunted for their fur, meat, and body parts used in traditional medicine. The demand for these products led to a decline in bear populations. But today, attitudes are shifting. More people are recognizing the importance of protecting bears. Wildlife sanctuaries and rehabilitation centers are giving injured or orphaned bears a second chance at life. Now we know that bears aren't monsters. They're magnificent creatures that enrich our planet. They remind us of the beauty and wonder of the natural world. So next time you hear a branch crack in the woods, remember, it might just be one of nature's greatest creatures reminding us who's really home. I've been your host. Join me next time on Wildscape Wonders as we continue to explore the incredible world around us. Click the subscribe button so you never miss an exciting episode. Together, let's protect their future and ultimately our own. See you soon.